All right, guys. So I truly do hope you guys are not holding dollars, meaning I hope you guys are not saving your money, leaving your money in the bank. That is honestly the worst thing to do, guys. If you simply want to build wealth, you need to make your money work for you. And the best thing to do is to invest into appreciating assets. Okay. There's a lot of different asset classes out there: silver, right? Gold, stocks, companies, okay, investing into companies, real estate, okay, and Bitcoin. And I really do believe out of all these asset classes out there, right? I think Bitcoin is the best asset to invest in. Bitcoin is truly designed to go up forever, right? It really, really is. The supply for Bitcoin is so low. I really do believe in its facts, right? That Bitcoin is truly the most scarce asset out there, right? It really, really is. So it is pretty much designed to go up forever. So in a way, if you really think about it, Bitcoin is a hedge against inflation. Yes, I get it. It's volatile, short term, but long term, okay, it's always going up. And if you guys are looking at the Bitcoin chart, like the all-time chart for Bitcoin, it has shot up significantly. Okay. So understand, you guys do not hold dollars. That is the worst thing to do. What you should do is hold assets like Bitcoin. Okay, so we'll talk more about that in today's video. But looking at the Bitcoin price right now, guys, okay, looking, much better than where it was yesterday. So yesterday we saw Bitcoin at about $106,000. Okay, it was consolidating, at that level. Okay, and earlier today, right, we did actually see Bitcoin pumping back up to $109,000, 109,500. And right now Bitcoin is dropping. Let's go to the 15-minute time frame. And yeah, you guys clearly see a little correction right now happening for Bitcoin. It was currently at $109,000 earlier this morning. Okay, and now it's back at 107. So, it is looking much better today for Bitcoin, okay, than, where it was yesterday. Altcoins today are actually looking pretty good as well. Past 24 hours, a fair few altcoins, okay, actually majority of altcoins today are actually in the green. So, yeah, looking pretty good for alts overall today. Okay, you guys clearly see that this I believe it's an AI coin. I have no idea what it is, but it is down over 46%. But yeah, majority of alts today are in fact in the greens. Okay, it's great to see Casper up over 3% today. Okay, so absolutely amazing to see. Bitcoin monthly returns having a little recovery, nothing too crazy. We're still in the reds, but we're currently at 4.5%, down 4.5%. Yesterday we saw this down like 6%. So it is having a little recovery right now. Still looking pretty good though. Do I think we will see a flip to the greens for this month in October? I do. Okay, I really do, guys. As I told you guys many times, we have, how many more days do we have in this month? Another 11 days. So yeah, I do believe we will see a green October. I really do, guys. Okay, I do believe Bitcoin is going to have a beautiful recovery this month. But yeah, understand, guys, we know, okay, gold has been pumping. Okay, gold has been pumping, guys, and it's been reaching new highs. Gold and silver, right, and other precious metals, I'm pretty sure, has in fact been rising. But if you've been looking at gold, man, it's been rising. And as we know, guys, usually when gold does pump, Bitcoin usually follows right after it. Okay, it takes some time, but it does follow. So understand, gold leads the way. Okay, and then Bitcoin will follow, right? So we know gold has been pumping, okay, and has been reaching new all-time highs. And yes, soon enough, right, Bitcoin is going to follow gold, and then it's going to rise as well eventually. And we know either way, right, Bitcoin's going to pump. I told you guys in yesterday's video, 126 is not the top for Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin will continue to go much higher. So looking at this, guys, okay, purchasing power of the US dollar from 1970 to where we are right now, pretty much, right? And you just clearly see it has dropped significantly. This is down like what? I want to say like over 80% at least. So Bitcoin is the solution. This is why you need to hold Bitcoin, guys. Okay, you don't want to hold dollars. You don't want to hold fiat. Okay, that like I said, that is literally the worst thing to do. You need to hold assets. And I do believe, like I said, Bitcoin is the best asset to invest in. Okay. That's why you see a lot of wealthy people becoming more wealthy, right? The rich get richer because they're always investing the money. They're always making their money work for them. Okay. That's what the wealthy people do. Okay. So understand, guys, if you have not invested into assets yet, please do start today. Okay, start today. It's never too late to start, right? It really, really isn't. So start investing into all kinds of different asset classes, right? You can invest into silver, you can invest into gold, you can invest into, real estate if you really want to, right? But in my opinion, I think the best asset to invest in is Bitcoin. It really, really is. That's just my personal opinion. I truly do believe Bitcoin is the best asset to invest in, especially long term, right? And Bitcoin has proven itself to always appreciate over time, especially long term. That's why I always tell you guys to buy Bitcoin. And remember, you're in it for the long run. You're saving in a Bitcoin. Treat Bitcoin like it's your own savings account. Okay, that is the best thing to do. Now, I posted this video, this little clip, okay, yesterday. And it's pretty much Robert Kiyosaki just spitting facts, right? And I said here, remember, everyone don't hold dollars, hold assets. So I just want to show you guys this clip real quick.
I warn people all the time, don't save this. Save silver, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Go for something that's not printed by the US government. I warn.
All right. So you just heard it there. Okay. Robert Kiyosaki says you don't want to save in dollars. Okay. You want to save in silver, gold, Bitcoin, Ethereum. You even mentioned Ethereum, right? So understand, guys, you want to hold something that the government cannot print. Okay, because we know, guys, the government, man, they are printing money like crazy, which causes inflation. So understand, guys, the money that is in your bank is always, depreciating. Okay, it's not appreciating in value. Your purchasing power is going lower because of inflation, because they are still continuing to print more money. So understand, guys, this is why you need to invest into assets. Okay, you need to make your money work for you. That's how you build wealth over time. Okay, understand that. So yeah, looking at this, gold is $30 trillion, silver is $3 trillion, Bitcoin is only $2.1 trillion. You are still early. So yeah, we know, like I said, okay, gold has been pumping, silver has been pumping, and yeah, gold is the first ever asset to reach $30 trillion, over $30 trillion, which is amazing. Okay, it is amazing to see, right? Gold is finally making a massive move overall for this year alone in 2025. But understand, guys, we are so early for Bitcoin. We are truly still so early for Bitcoin, okay? So I love this because it just clearly shows you guys how early we are for Bitcoin. So it says here why we're still early. Bitcoin's 1 trillion market cap and 900 trillion world. $900 trillion world. And yeah, you have to clearly see, this is showing 1 trillion for Bitcoin, but now it's double that, it's over 2 trillion right now. But yeah, you have to clearly see all these other, different asset classes out there, like this real estate, which is over 300 trillion, there's bonds, 300 trillion, money, 120 trillion, right? Equities, 115 trillion, okay, cars and collectibles, 6 trillion, art is 18 trillion, and gold is 16 trillion. They need to update this, by the way, right? But you guys can clearly see Bitcoin is just over here, this little orange dot, compared to all these other assets out there in the world, right? You guys can clearly see there's a huge difference. Okay, there is a huge difference here. Bitcoin is so tiny. A lot of people, looking at the Bitcoin price, saying, thinking to themselves, it's too late to buy Bitcoin, but it's not. Okay, just look at the market cap of Bitcoin versus all these other asset classes out there in the world. Okay, just think about that. We are still so early for Bitcoin. Okay, remember that, guys. So getting into these Bitcoin charts, starting off with this one, it says here, I'm expecting a big bounce soon. And we are in fact seeing a big bounce. Okay, not a big bounce. Okay, but we are in fact seeing a decent bounce back up today, right, for Bitcoin and altcoins. But yeah, as I told you guys many times, I do believe we will see Bitcoin bouncing back up to its previous highs of $126,000. And I do believe it's going to be going to new all-time highs. I don't think that is the top for Bitcoin, as I've been telling guys many times throughout my videos for the past few days, right? I don't think 126 is the top. I think Bitcoin will continue to go much higher, and I do believe it's going to be reaching 130, 150, 180, 190 to potentially even 200k. I think that is very possible. So yes, we're going to see a bounce back up for Bitcoin, right? And it's still holding pretty well above this trend line, right? It really is. So looking at this, right, Bitcoin has been forming this falling wedge for the past few weeks. And we are in fact finally seeing a breakout, which is bullish. Okay, usually when we do see a breakout from a falling wedge, that's a good sign. Okay, so yeah, Bitcoin, I do believe it's going to continue to go much higher. 100%, guys. I don't think we're going to be, entering a bear market just yet. Okay, yes, we are about to enter a bear market, but I understand we're going to see a final leg up. And yeah, I do believe this is where Bitcoin really pushes the limits and goes parabolic, and we're going to see some gold candles forming for Bitcoin. I really do believe that is possible for Bitcoin. But yeah, hope you Bitcoin holders are truly ready, because Bitcoin is going to be going much higher. Okay, now looking at this, okay, and I've showed you guys these charts similar to this one that I'm showing you right now, okay, for the past few days. Okay, we have seen a lot of corrections along the way with this beautiful uptrend that Bitcoin has in fact been forming ever since the beginning of 2023 to where we are right now in 2025. You guys can just clearly see it's been rising, and along the way, okay, we have seen some corrections, and a lot of people thought it was over, but it's not. This uptrend will continue. Okay, we're going to see Bitcoin reaching 150, 180 to potentially even $200,000. It is possible. Okay, so be ready for that. Okay, and understand, guys, I could be wrong. We may not see Bitcoin reaching 200k, right? And that's just, honesty right there, right? I'm trying to be transparent with you guys. Understand, we may not see Bitcoin reaching 200k. I could be wrong here. And a lot of us that are predicting that Bitcoin can reach 200k, we could be wrong, right? We may see Bitcoin just reaching, 150 or even 180. I know that's bearish, but I'm just trying to be, transparent with you guys. It is possible that we do see Bitcoin reaching 200k, but just understand, okay, it's not 100% guaranteed. Okay, no one out there realistically knows where the top is going to be for Bitcoin. Okay, understand that, guys, right? But yeah, Marcus Saylor posted this today, actually yesterday, saying the most important orange dot is always the next. And I think he is hinting that he is buying more Bitcoin soon. I think tomorrow, right? I think he's going to be purchasing more Bitcoin. Okay, I think this is a huge hint that he is, continuing to stack Bitcoin. And you also clearly see, yeah, he's been simply just DCAing into Bitcoin. He's been buying a lot of Bitcoin, especially just recently, right? Throughout, 2024, even this year in 2025, you also clearly see these massive orange circles. The bigger the circles, the bigger the purchase, right? So you also clearly see just recently, 2024 to 2025, it's been massive, right? You also clearly see that, okay? But yeah, looking at this, Tristan Thompson, okay, which is a professional basketball player, I believe. He says here, Bitcoin represents financial freedom. And he is not wrong. If you guys want to have some type of freedom in life, get Bitcoin, own Bitcoin. And that's not financial advice. Always do your own research. But I 100% understand where he is coming from, because this is the way to get some type of freedom in life, guys, to own Bitcoin. And I told you guys, ever since I started my YouTube channel back early 2022, man, I've been telling you guys, I've been begging you guys to at least accumulate one full Bitcoin, because one full Bitcoin will simply make you a millionaire. 100%. We know Bitcoin is going to $1 million and higher. Okay, and higher, much higher. $1 million is nothing crazy. I think Bitcoin is going to be going to 3 million, 5 million, 10 million and beyond. Of course, I'm talking long term, right? But it's going to get there. Bitcoin is going to be a digital asset worth millions of dollars, not just 1 million. So get to a full Bitcoin, guys. And I do believe if you just simply own a full Bitcoin, yes, you will be very wealthy and you will have some type of freedom. So he is not wrong here. Bitcoin does represent financial freedom. Okay, and look at this, right? Jack Dorsey says here, Bitcoin is not crypto. And this is facts, right? It really isn't crypto. Okay, it's not, all these other, different coins that we are in fact seeing. Okay, Bitcoin is completely its own thing. Okay, and this is why a lot of people just stick with Bitcoin. Okay, they don't invest into, these other altcoins, right? All these random altcoins that are in the crypto market, and there's like millions of them. Okay, tens of millions of different crypto coins out there. So it's understandable why people are Bitcoin maxis. Okay, and they just simply hold Bitcoin. I get that. I once were. Actually, no, that's a lie. I was gonna say I was once a Bitcoin maxi, but no, that has never happened because when I first started to get into crypto, I started to invest into Dogecoin. Believe it or not, that was the first ever crypto I invested in. Okay, that I bought was Dogecoin. It was a meme coin, and then I started to buy Ethereum, and then I started to buy Bitcoin. Okay, so I never became a Bitcoin maxi. Okay, and as of right now, guys, I don't hold much altcoins. The only altcoins that I'm holding right now is Casper. Okay, yeah, as you guys know, I hold a lot of Casper. Right, I do have a big bag of Casper because I'm really bullish on Casper. And then the other altcoin is Ethereum. I still have, a decent amount of Ethereum. Okay, I've been selling some of my Ethereum recently, right, for the past few weeks and months. And I still have a bag of Ethereum because I think Ethereum will continue to go much, much higher. That's why I'm still holding some. And then eventually I'm gonna, take my profits with Ethereum and then reinvest it back into things like Bitcoin and Casper, right? But of course, that's the only alts that I'm really holding right now. I don't hold any more, Solana. I don't hold any more, Chainlink, Cardano, all these other altcoins that I used to be bullish on. I don't hold them anymore, right? Ever since I came across Casper, my mindset has changed so much. So my portfolio is really just Bitcoin mainly, Casper, and Ethereum. That's it, pretty much, right? So I have nothing against people that are Bitcoin maxis, okay, or Casper maxis. I really don't have anything against them, right? But this is the way to do it. It really, really is. Okay, and I do believe if you guys are just starting off, investing into crypto, you want to know what to buy, just stick with Bitcoin. Honestly, just stick with Bitcoin. Just slowly invest into Bitcoin, and then you can start slowly moving to other altcoins if you want to. Okay, but just stick with Bitcoin. Okay, especially if you guys are new investors into crypto. But yeah, I appreciate all you guys for watching today's video. Remember, guys, don't hold dollars, hold assets. And I do believe Bitcoin is the best asset out there to hold. Okay, so I appreciate all you guys for watching today's video. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe. I truly do appreciate that. And I will catch you guys all in my next video. Have a good one, guys.